Hello and welcome to Follow Everton. Today we've got your normal, the Robster and Wez, better known as Hinge and Brackets, Starsky and Hutch, Abbott and Costello. You name your best duo. We are the best duo to talk about EFC. The team news is out. We're all excited. We're open for 3 points. Good morning to you, Wez.
Good morning, the Robster. How are we?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I woke up this morning thinking, come on.
Somebody score.
Happen. Yeah.
Somebody just score.
Team news is out. What are we thinking, friends? Do you want to talk about our team?
Well, it's looking like the same formation that we had against Fulham in the midweek, weren't it? Ashley Young kind of playing as a right wing back sort of thing, but I go with three centre half by the looks of things. Obviously, Godfrey and Young tracking back to mark that space. According to Sky, I don't pay too much attention to their formations, but they've got Jack Harrison's playing in the Decore role. But as we all know, he kind of plays centre mid the other day, didn't he?
Yeah. So that's to accommodate Garner Gay, who's back from AFCON. If you look at that team, mate, and I'm sort of perusing it on the right-hand side on my phone, it's probably the best we're going to get at the moment. I know some people now are calling for play better, give them a run in the team. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
What I will say, Rob, is that it's no good bringing him on with like 5 minutes to go. Do you know what I mean? He's got to have at least half an hour run out. But he needs minutes on the pitch, Rob. You know what I mean? But I'm just wondering here, Robbie, that I don't know whether this stream's set up properly because there's no comments coming through, and it said some of the destinations had faults, but there's some coming through now. Morning, Chris. Morning, Wormy.
Morning, everyone who's tuned in. We've got 1,800 viewers currently globally, so that's ciao, hola to all you people across the globe.
Morning, Amy.
Haba. Amy, morning, Amy. So, friends, Everton-Tottenham, I've kind of got a long memory of this one because it was the first ever match I went to in 1968.
Yeah.
And on our team sheet on that day was Ball, Kendall and Harvey. Joe Royle was number 9.
We probably tore them to bits as well, did we always get beat? Didn't you say they got beat?
Yeah, Tottenham won that day. And Martin Shivers scored, and believe it or not, Jimmy Greaves. That's how old Robbie is. Robbie was watching Jimmy Greaves. Yeah, we got beat 2-0. I should have walked away then, shouldn't I? I didn't realise at the time I was going to have a lifetime of.
You know what though? With that Everton team, absolutely fantastic team. So it goes to show you how good Spurs were back in them days.
Yeah, they were absolutely they were awesome. Everton played well, and then it's whoever takes you to your first game, I think you're hooked. I mean, I do remember years ago people changing teams in school, and I kind of didn't really understand what they were doing because they support one team and then they decided they were going to support someone else. Couldn't get my heads around that one.
Swapping between the success.
Yeah, so I was.
Morning, Irene.
Morning. Oh, hello, Irene. Love you both, and we love you as well, Irene.
You know we love you, Irene.
We love the guys, we love the girls, don't we, Wes?
We love them all.
So that was a piece of history in '68. Now, my friend, I didn't realise till this morning when I was having a little look at the heads-to-heads that it's 12 years since we last beat Tottenham at Goodison Park.
Is it?
Yeah, 2012. I was actually there on that day. Kevin Friend was the ref. We were 1-0 down, heading for the 90th minute. And I'm on the touchline. Well, that was in the role I used to do then, just on the touchline thinking, here we go. And then Leon Osman, little header, 1-1. Place goes off like a bottle of pop. Injury time, I think there was 3 or 4 minutes added time. 92nd minute, Jelavic, bang, 2-1. And it was like, when's the last time Everton got a winner like that? And an equaliser in the 90th minute and a winner in the 92nd. It just doesn't happen, does it?
No. I remember being at a game a few years, probably in the 90s now, and Spurs went down to 9 men. Gus Poyet was one of the players that got sent off.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and we could not score against them. We couldn't break them down. I just hope that's not a sign of things to come. I mean, this is going to be a tough one, Robbie, innit? This is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, thanks to that, John. Tough Tottenham. Yeah, I personally speaking, I think they're one of our bogey teams. I really do. I just don't think we've only beat them 57 times since we started
football
playing.
Began.
Yeah, we beat them 57 times. They beat us 71, and we've drawn 59. So they kind of always stick one over on us, and they're very, very. I see them very fast and very fluid. I'm sure if you're a season tickets fan at watching Tottenham, you get quite a lot of enjoyment. They don't win. Having said that, they don't win a lot.
Yeah.
Trophy-wise. So it's whether you're going to settle for wonderful football, but you still win nothing. So at the end of the day, Everton have still, historically, we've still won more than Tottenham over the years.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's going to be a tough...
I like
19. Yeah, 19. Up to 19.
Emma, every single one of them.
Yeah. In fact, we probably count 20, probably counts ourselves in there. We're our own bogey team.
Well, we're our own worst enemy on a number of occasions, aren't we?
Yeah. I've just took 3 lads up to the ground going for a pint in the Chepstow Castle before the game. Come down from Montrose in Scotland and Arbroath. One of the fellas, he's from here, but he lives up in Arbroath now, or Montrose, one of the two. But yeah, all keen to get 3 points on the board for the Blues. We're running out of games now, Rob. Again, you know what I mean?
16 cup finals, friend. 16 cup finals.
And you know what? 16 seems a lot, but as the games go by, you're like, you know, we can't keep saying we need to win this. We need to win this one. We've got to get something out of this one. And like I said the other day, the problem at the minute is we just don't know where we stand at the minute. Like the players and the fans are all in limbo because we could get to the end of the season, get out of the relegation zone, and think to ourselves, yes, we survived again, and then because the second hearing, if we're unsuccessful with getting these 10 points back, the second hearing's got to be finished by, I think it's the 24th of April, and then you've got a right to appeal. But then the decision for that appeal is not going to be until 5 days or 4 or 5 days after the season finishes. So we're in that kind of place where we think, you know, if we get our 10 points back, are they going to then go, if we get out of the relegation by 4 points or 5 points, then they're going to go, because I wouldn't put it past them, Rob. You know, you wouldn't, nobody would put it past them to turn around and go, oh, we're going to give you the 6 point deduction, which goes bang. So you're in no man's land, aren't you?
Yeah, but I still maintain we'll be all right. I've got to be positive because you know what, mate? It literally does your head in, doesn't it? That just on that one on John Jones. I was there on that one, John, as well, and I mean, I remember those games. We used to play Sunderland and we beat them in Southampton. It was like 7 or 8, wasn't it? It was almost like kids playing football in the street those days. It doesn't really happen that much these days, does it?
No. You know what? At the moment, we couldn't even beat a bloody a dusty rug. You know what I mean? We just can't score, and like is the Corey that pivotal to the way we play that when he's not in the team we don't score goals.
Interesting one from Barry, eh?
Yeah. I haven't. Has anybody seen the Spurs team? Because obviously we need to know who we're up against. But you know, first and foremost, we want to know what our team news was.
Yeah. So if we've got any Tottenham fans on here, we'd love to hear from you. Just ping up, or anyone out there, just ping up the Tottenham team for us. Thank you very, very much. To be honest with you, Barry, interested on your thoughts. That's why I put your comments up. Would you have played anyone different?
There's nobody in there.
That's what I was going to say next. We are running like we are threadbare, to say the least. Absolutely.
Once again, it's like we've got, you know, three academy kids on the bench. If you include Dobbin, you know what I mean? Because obviously, you know, he's still playing for the academy team, and you know, you've got Hunt and Metcalf, is it? Mackenzie Hunt and Metcalf on the bench. So that goes to show you how thin on the ground we are, isn't it, Rob? Thinner than our hairlines, mate.
Yeah, I think so. Sad, isn't it? I still blame Vosey going back in the 80s. No one put that this is destructive and it's like acid, putting acid on your head. So there you go. But the lawsuit is still working. It's been 20 years.
You used the old wash and gone, innit?
Washing it went. But do you know what, mate? I'm not having one of them bird nests on my head. That's for sure. So there you go.
No,
I'll just
don't want an egg in the nest.
See, I've
got a full set. I've got no egg in the nest. So, you know, I choose to shave it.
The beauty about Follow Everton is it's not just about football. We talk about personal
grooming
issues as well.
Male grooming.
Male grooming.
Not male grooming. Let's get that right there, Rob. Not grooming, male grooming.
The glasses are coming on because the comments are coming through thick and fast. I'd play Dobbin. In place of who, Barry? Just an interesting one. In place of who? And just as we are, Chris has put up the Tottenham team. Listen. So we got Maddison back, a decent player. And Højbjerg, we were in for him, Højbjerg, but he chose Tottenham at the time. So I think he's been a decent player for them. Do you know what? I'm looking at that team there and I'm going, yeah, we can beat that team.
Yeah, like that. Obviously, the thinking here, right, is that he's played the same formation with Ashley Old and Ben Godfrey. Is they done quite well the other day against Robinson. So Udogie or Doggy, whatever his name is, he's similar to he bombs forward and he kind of invert the wingers and stuff like that. So obviously that he's got that in his mind is to try and stop that threat because he's a good little player, that Udogie.
Yeah, you know, Richarlison, if he scored today, would he celebrate and go euphoric, or would he just do nothing?
No. I mean, he scored at their ground, didn't he? And he it was like a very, very muted celebration. So I expect the same. I also expect them to get an absolute rapturous support from the Blues today. I think ultimately we was forced to sell Richarlison. I think maybe he did want to go, maybe he didn't, but I think ultimately it comes down to we needed the money. Simple as that, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah. Peter, don't get too drunk, my friend. Remember, we've got the post-match later.
Listen, there's no point in telling Peter that. He's getting absolutely smashed. He'll be in the brick after on the bar, giving it the bifters. when we win.
Yeah. So lovely to see so many people on our Follow Everton stream, whether you're going to the game or whether you're not. Will you be watching it today, my friend?
Yeah, it's on TNT, innit? Or Discovery Plus or whatever it's called. I've got that. I'm legally allowed to watch that.
Yeah, because we always emphasise the fact that please don't use your dodgy sticks just in case you get a home visit. We need to encourage Sky to make even more money purely because they've been very, very supportive towards Everton in the recent crisis with having 10 points deducted. So
and also like, you know, we didn't want when Andy Burnham had an interview at the Man United game. Didn't really want to listen to him spouting off. You know what I mean? So we want to thank Sky. We want to thank Sky for censoring Andy Burnham.
And we'd like to thank Sky as well for also broadcasting over on the Whittle because they feared that something would have happened to the Sky camera crew if they'd have been outside Goodison. So yeah, all the best for that one. I think you get the point, don't you? Cancel your subscriptions because they're no favours to Everton. But there you go. So what are we thinking today, my friend? You've seen our team. You've seen the opponent's team. What are your thoughts?
Do you know what, Rob? It's like if we still had the confidence like we did going there, I don't even know what their ground's called anymore. What's it called? It's not White Hart Lane anymore, is it?
No, probably some sponsored name, is it?
Yeah. Anyway, if we still had the confidence after coming off, a good run, the way we played against them, their ground, even though we got beat, we probably should have won that game. Arguably.
Disallowed goal as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, but we haven't got that confidence at the minute because we're not scoring goals. We're creating loads of chances, like Mr. Dice said in his press conference. We're scoring loads, creating loads of chances. We just can't put it in the back of the net. Oh yeah, the Tottenham Stadium, nice and simple. Nice one, John. The Tottenham Stadium. It must have took them ages to think that up.
Are you having a tenner on all of them scores, mate? or is that the way it's going to go? Is he thinking that's the way it's going to go? 0-0, then it's 1-1, then 2-1, or it could be 2-1 for them, but it might be 2-1 for us. It's a bit like yeah, but no, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? It's one of them. Like they must have got together there at Tottenham when they built that stadium, the boardroom, Daniel Levy and all that, and the owner who's just been done for illegal insider trading.
No.
Yeah, insider trading. Yeah.
Well, blow me over with a feather.
So they've all sat down at a board meeting and gone, "What do you think we can call this stadium, lads?" And they've all racked their brains, some of the greatest minds in football. And they've gone, "Why don't we just call it the Tottenham Stadium?" They've gone, "That's a brilliant idea, that." And there you go.
I don't see Everton's ground being called the Everton Stadium, though, do you? Because that doesn't really bring in any revenue, does it?
Do you know what? We could end up being called the Klarna Stadium, the way that we're spreading the money.
Payments, yeah. PayPal, the PayPal Stadium, yeah. Yeah, paying over X amount of months or years. Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter, does it? Do you know what? If we want to stay up, we want to win, but you and I will still be Evertonians until the day.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want to use that word to
no, but it's not. Did you see the increase in the season tickets?
Yeah, it's an extra £2.40-ish, I think,
per game,
per match. I was looking at that, and I know there's a few people going, they're not well, and they've got a fair point. At the end of the day, if you go to a concert, you want to be entertained by whoever you're going to watch, and if you go to the theatre, you want to be entertained. I mean, you and I, we've had our years where we've gone to the ground season after season after season, I remember my first season ticket being £17. I mean, but that was a lot of money going back all them years ago. Are you getting entertained? No, probably not.
No.
However, you've got an option, haven't you? You either don't go, but you will, because you don't want to give up your season ticket, because there's always someone going to take your place, and that's just the way life is, isn't it?
There's a 7-year waiting list now. 7 years or something waiting list.
Didn't realise it was so long. I'm sure a few people will come off that list when they get the new stadium. £2.40 per game. Do you know what? When you see, all I would say to that is, if you want to convince yourself and think, it's a lot of money, it's another 40 or 50 quid, okay. Have a look at how much they're paying down in London. Oh my God. The prices are
over £1,000.
Unbelievable. Like, it's just ridiculous. And as somebody said, it's the price of a pint. This is what he said. It's the price of a pint or a pie. Well, I'd like to say, where are you getting your pints and your pies from for £2.40?
I know, yeah. They're going to the Pound Bakery for starters. You know what I mean? But the thing is, once this stadium's built, the season tickets are probably going to double in price, Rob. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I tell you what else you could do. You could do like a certain other club not far away from Goodison Park, and like sell your ticket on the day for 4 times the amount, and then that'll pay for your next 3 games.
Was Tranmere? Tranmere charging that much?
Mate, I'd rather go and watch Tranmere, but there you go. They're playing Crew today, Tranmere, aren't they? So that's a derby. There'll be a bit of rough and tumble over there. There will be. So, buddy, score-wise, what are you going for?
So what, Rob? I'm gonna go
on the spot. Come on.
I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm gonna go for a 0-0. I'll take a point now because we've got City next week away from home. But the fact of the matter is, at the moment, the way we're performing, I'd rather be away from home at the minute. Rob, would you?
Based on the way the season's unfolded, I tell you what, if our away form hadn't been as decent as it has been for recent seasons, we would be bottom of the pile.
This season, the last 2 seasons before that was absolutely garbage. But yeah, I mean, if we could match the away form with wins at home, then we'd have nothing to worry about.
Here's the $1 million question: why? Because it's supposed to be your fortress. You'd have to ask the question, why, wouldn't you? No.
I think it's just the pressure. I think the pressure of the expectation of the fans.
Hey, Emma, I like your statistics. I'm impressed.
Oh, Emma's a proper stato, you know.
Bottom of the home form table. Oh. Do you know what? And that was the start, wasn't it? It's literally been our story since day one when the season opened. We just have not been able to score the goals that have made the difference between no points, 1 point, and the 3 points that we could have had and should have got. But
there's no. I don't think there's any coincidence that we've struggled to score goals since like Decore's been out injured in these games, and I can't remember who said it the other day. He said, we're in trouble if we're relying on Decore, but it goes to show that we do rely on it.
Yeah, sometimes it's one of those situations where you don't know what you miss until it's gone. I
mean, retired.
That's life, isn't it? Decent player for us, and he's no world beater, is he? But he's a tremendous athlete, and he can. Lampard didn't like him for some reason, and I think we're lucky. I think we're lucky he stayed because he could have well been sold. I think there have been a few teams in for him, but he can score 100%. A goal as well. He clearly knows where the
100%.
net is. So, yeah, we do miss him. And at the moment, he's one of our big players and he can change a game, and that's what we're missing. So it's quite unfortunate for us, really. I'm sure he'll be back for City next week.
He takes up that position where he's hard to mark. That's the problem, isn't it? What for other teams, because he's constantly backwards and forwards. But for me, it's like I keep saying it, and DCL's got to do more. DCL's got to do much more to just keep like buzzing in like if he doesn't score goals, but other players get goals, but he's keeping the defenders occupied. You can go, which was happening earlier on the season. You can let it slide that he's not scoring goals as long as somebody else is getting the goals and he's creating openings for people. But when when he doesn't seem like he's doing enough, and like I don't know, Rob, is it just me or like? Do you feel that he's not working hard enough in the games?
I don't know about his work ethic because we don't see don't see that Opta stats thing. Although I might just have a little Google of it and just see what he's.
I'm not really talking about his work ethic though. I'm talking about like just being
shots
constantly shots on target, but like causing problems for defenders. He doesn't really do that.
Yeah, we've said
he doesn't pull, nice. But he doesn't like make runs to pull defenders out of positions to open up gaps for people. Do you know what I mean? And for me, when you've got somebody like an Ollie Watkins or going back to Ian Wrights and your Shearers and all that, even Alan Smith and players like that, they used to just constantly be pulling defenders left, right, and centre all over the pitch. But Calvert-Lewin doesn't.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're just two top pundits, aren't we? and we can see that. Surely to God, our manager can see that and would be having a chat with him going, look, why don't you try this or why don't you do that? Because what makes the difference under Ancelotti as opposed to the situation now? Or is it a different system?
Yeah.
Or he had better players to play with when he was banging the goals in?
No, it's a different system. It's a different system, different way of playing. Ancelotti just basically told him, stay in the box. That's your position. I don't want you out of that area.
Is a good one.
Oh, yeah. we had this the other night, Rod, and people were saying should we bring him back off loan? And you're like, no, because our play doesn't suit the way that Brentford's play clearly suits him, and he feels comfortable there. And why would he want to come back when everybody basically slated him? Because he was shite.
What's the loan to buy with him? How much will he get sold for? Do you know? Just out of interest.
No idea. I don't even know whether there's an option to buy Rob. I think it's just a loan, and
so he's coming back.
Well, it all depends on it. Like to me, loaning out all these players, kind of selling off your fringe players and stuff. That's all about keeping hold of your star players, keeping hold of your Onanas and your Pickfords and your Branthwaites and whatnot. But how long can they stave that off for? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're saying again there, Rod, and it's the $1 million question, isn't it? Because we're all sort of thinking, what's kind of going on?
I don't think it's affecting the strikers. I just think that the chances we're creating chances, and that's the annoying thing. And
we're just not scoring.
We're just not scoring, and then that affects the confidence of the whole team. As a collective, not just like it's not just affecting the strikers. When you're creating chances for players, like we could go back to that Beto one. You think it's being put on the plate for him, and he's headed it over. The person who crossed it, I don't know whether it was McNeil or what, but the person or Danjuma, person that crossed it must be thinking, like I've stuck her on the sixpence for him, and he's headed it over, and you must go another one bites the dust, another one's gone awry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just right at the death.
Yeah.
It's, Emma's very active today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Emma, give us some stats. Give us some stats for Everton to cheer us up, because I'm going down fast here.
The thing is, Rob, right? The thing is, if Beto would have headed that goal in the other day and we'd have walked away from Craven Cottage with 3 points, we'd be thinking this game, like this is a winnable game. But at the moment, we're all going, we'd be happy to walk away with the point. Do you know what I mean?
But the point's no good at the moment, is it? Although
No.
it's better than none, it's not helping our plight, is it?
No.
Luton played Newcastle today, so...
Yeah, I've got Newcastle on my last man standing anyway, so I want them to do a job. They've done a job on Villa midweek, so yeah, they've hit a bit of form again, Newcastle. Since he
good time to score, then, eh? Celebrate.
Yeah, since they've come out that Champions League out of Europe, they've sort of kicked on again, Newcastle, which kind of annoys me.
Another one from Chris there.
Yeah, I said that before, Chris. Yeah, that Harrison was going to be playing in the Decore role, but he more or less played centre mid against Fulham. Well, we was talking off it. Was we talking off air before about giving Beto, or was that on me? We were saying, should we give Beto, starting more, or?
Yeah, no, I said to you just before we came on, what would you do with regards to Beto? Because the fans are sort of saying give him a run in the team because they're not happy with the DCL. But then if they're not happy with Beto based on what they showed the other night, I know what you're saying. He needs to have more than 5 or 10 minutes. But when you do come on and you have it put right on your head, like he did against Fulham,
you've got to be putting them away.
That cannot go anywhere else apart from the back of the net, because everyone else, the fans, the manager, the rest of his teammates are just going to go. Oh.
And you think, being at home, right? You've got to be very careful with players like that, because you don't want to completely destroy the confidence. And being at home, if he's not, making chances or having shots and stuff like that, what the Goodison crowd's like, they'll get on his back, something ruthless, and that's only going to affect them further on down the line. So I can understand why he's not starting them, certainly at home, but I can't understand why he's only giving them 5 or 10 minutes here or there. Like, I think if you're going to give him a go, let him have 20, 25, 30 minutes. You know what I mean? But he doesn't.
That's a big call, because he doesn't, or he hasn't put his subs on that early, has he?
No.
John's on his
way. Take it easy, John.
Ta-ra, John. Look after yourself.
Have a good afternoon, lads.
Yeah, be safe. Mate. Without being like waffling, because we've got our post-match. Yeah, we've got Hinge and Brackets on post-match today as well. I think I'm done. I think, because post-match we're going to have to save some of our fine material. Look,
well,
it's like
depends what the result is.
There's me pre-match notes.
Oof. I've got me pre-match biscuits, Rob.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's not scripted. It's off the cuff. But we like Emma's had a few little wonderful little tidbits, I always have a few little notes just in case I'm running out of things to say. Just out of interest as well, that game I went to see in '68, the attendance was 56,000.
Was it? Yeah, all standing though, weren't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's more than what our new stadium's going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I mean, was it the highest attendance ever at Goodison was 80-odd thousand, wasn't it, in the derby?
Yeah. We love you as well, Rod.
Yeah. Oh, Dyson is pre-match reference next year again. Do you know what? I don't even understand all that XG stuff.
I'm
It all
glad you
boils
said
down
that.
to chances. It all boils down to chances and goals converted. But like I've said it since day one. All these pointless stats that are brought out left, right, and centre mean absolutely nothing. The only stat that counts is what how many goals each team scored in the top left hand corner, and all these touches in the opposition box and possession and this, that, and the other means absolutely nothing, Rob. Because you could have no touches in the opposition box and score a 35-yard screamer and win the game 1-0.
I think it's called micromanaging now, isn't it? Down to the finest detail. You've got your
We never used to have that back in the day, Rob.
No, I mean, when did they start bringing in assists? Because I looked at it and I'm going, is it only the last couple of seasons, isn't it? Where I've gone, yeah, X amount of assists.
Oh, don't get started on that. Don't get me started on that. I remember a couple of years ago, right? I don't know where I've brought this up before. I can't remember. But Harry Kane basically passed the ball from the edge of Tottenham's box to Sonny, who then dribbled around about 3 players, run the rest of the length of the pitch and scored it. And Harry Kane got an assist. You're like, what's that all about?
Yeah. It's just the way it's gone. Do I like the way it's gone? Nah, I don't. In all fairness, I don't like. I think the entertainment value's gone. I think VAR has ruined it. I see the likes of individuals and it's just Masters. He's just the front man. He was a sales director, 4th choice, that got the CEO job at the Premier League, had lunches with allegedly the top 6. I only knew it was 2 teams, Liverpool and Man United. Apparently, it was the top 6. So why would you be having lunches before you go and get the game? Before you go and get the top position? For me, we'll be as loyal as we are to Everton and whatever. But I think the game, for me, I think it's gone. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever get it back. Your VARs make the decisions. Someone's not even in the stadium. Yeah. And the refs have got no bottle, so they'll hide behind what the mate said in some security camp in Stockley Park.
So, basically, that's what Thingo did, wasn't it? But Mike Dean said he bailed his mate out, Anthony Taylor, on the VAR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He said he called the decision the way the ref called it when he should have called it the other way. But But P. Mac has made a statement here, right? That our Kendall's teams used to press. Now, apparently, the stats are, and I'm not one for stats, but apparently we're the second most. We've won the ball up the second most time than a other team. I don't know whether that's a other team who plays not far from us, or whether it's Man City, but we've won the ball back more times in the opposition half, the second most. But doesn't count for anything, does it, Robster?
No, I don't. The stats, yeah. Someone's looking at the stats, some statistician, because, like I say, this is a billion, if not $1 trillion product. Well, it will be $1 trillion in a couple of seasons' time, on it, the way it's going. It's $1 billion product that they sell globally. So the more stats they get, the better they can look if they go and do the little presentations. At the end of the day, we know how it's affected us. And also the fact that we've been managed. Okay, Gang One. That's a strange title, isn't it? Gang One. Yeah. We all know it's not just the Premier League and the VAR at the moment. That seems to be like the icing on the cake. It's the way we've been managed over the past, did you say 10, 15 years?
Yeah. I think, you know what it is?
Going downhill fast. Would you say since Moisey went, when he was running us on a shoestring, or would you?
Yeah, 100%. But what I will say now is, under Dyche, we've got an identity of the way we play. Whereas we were called sort of mix and match. But now, obviously, Dice has been in there a year, so we know. You know, you look at the way they defends, and it's just you're sacrificing your defending for you going forward, and yeah, we're one of the best at defending, but going forward, we're one of the worst.
Yeah.
So you've got to find that fine balance, haven't you, Rob?
Yeah. Another stat from Emma there.
Emma's just banging them out for fun.
It's not a stat. It's probably a fact of life, really, isn't it? That's when the season finishes at the end of May, it'll be decided somewhere else in an office with who's in and who's out of favour with certain individuals.
Yeah. Do you know what though? You know what though? It's like she's spot on what she says, but that's stuff that's out of our control, isn't it? It's we can't do nothing. The only thing we can affect is what happens on the pitch. You know, and I hope come the end of the season, if this this appeal doesn't go, it doesn't run. Come the end of the season, if we get another fine or a points deduction or whatever, they've got enough points in the bag to go, well, yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. But personally, I don't think they will.
So today, I'm going for a sneaky 1-0 win again. I'm going to go for TCL, as Emma said, on his 200th appearance. And we shall be with you post-match. Wes and I will be hopefully talking about 3 points and not being in the bottom three. So all you fellow Everton fans, thank you for joining us.
Hang on. I just want to address this one, Rob, before we go. Rod, Sean Dyche is not going to piss off from Everton. He knows he's on a good thing. He's not going to get a top job anywhere else. And he's used to running a football club on a shoestring. Do you know what I mean? So he's jumped out of the frying pan into the fire, hasn't he? Really, with Everton, it's just a bigger fire than what he was in the frying pan. You know what I mean?
Everton used to buy the players from Harrods. Now we buy them from the food bank. It's as simple as that.
B&M bargains.
So we see you post-match, everyone. Love you and leave you.
Have a good afternoon. 3 points. Come on, you Blues.
Up the toffees.